Part of the Texas Hill Country, and you're listening to Eat, Play, Live with me, Andi P, the show that's chasing dreams and crushing goals. My goal here is to help you live a healthier, happier, more balanced life. And today we're going to do that outdoors. That's right. What does it mean to be outdoorsy? Well, the official definition is of, related to, or held in the open air. So that seems kind of all-encompassing, and yet when you think about someone being outdoorsy, it seems like a lot more specific images come to mind, don't you think? So I did a little research and discovered that in Japan, about 30-ish years ago, they came up with a thing called forest bathing, which made essential part of their national health program. Isn't that weird? Forest bathing, part of national health. And what is that? Well, it's not a literal soaking, but immersing yourself in the natural environment. I love that. That sounds so cool. Doesn't that make you feel peaceful just thinking about immersing yourself in the natural environment? Because you know that I love playing outside, and I'm always suggesting that you play outside more. So, of course, we're going to talk a lot about that today. And the popularity of forest bathing has actually become a thing here in the United States. Have you heard of it? Because I hadn't, but especially in big metropolitan areas, people have to make it a point to get out into nature, right? Go find some woods. Where we kind of have plenty of access to the great outdoors, a lot of people don't, you know? They're surrounded by the concrete jungle. So people have taken to the woods together for therapeutic hikes and nature walks. But of course, forest bathing isn't the only way you can use the outdoors to improve your well-being. So tonight, we are going to look at ways to get outdoorsy, fun things to eat while you're out there, and why it is such a powerful way to reset your balance. Yeah, we love getting that balance reset because when we're balanced, we're feeling good, we're living well. So let's start with, what do we eat when we're enjoying the great outdoors? Whether you're camping, hiking, whatever it is you want to do outside, what kind of fun outdoorsy snacks can you partake of? Now, some of these are not my normal advice, okay? I'm just going to give you a warning. Some of these are a little more fun foods than I generally encourage you to eat. But you know what? We got to have some fun sometimes, right? I mean, come on. Halloween is around the corner, and we're not going to get too out of control. But I found a cool way to start your day with a mountain mocha. Whether you're making this in the mountains or at home before you head out, you can start your day off right with caffeine and chocolate. Oh, those are two things that can't help but make you happy. Pre-mix instant coffee and hot chocolate powder. And there you go, an easy morning mocha. Next, powered up oatmeal. Oatmeal is something that you can make really anywhere you are, and you can power it up by adding protein powder, which will help keep you feeling full longer. Here's something that you may not have thought of if you're out and about, maybe hiking. Tortillas are a game changer on the trail because unlike bread, which gets all squished, tortillas are already flat. So you can make any kind of roll, wrap, roll, whatever you want to call it, with your tortillas. Maybe honey, peanut butter, and a banana for a sweeter option, or salami, avocado, cheese, hummus for a more savory lunch. How about trail frozen yogurt? Okay, I know what you're thinking. How do you do frozen yogurt when you're out on the trail? Well, the trick is to freeze it ahead of time. So get some of those tube-style yogurts, and here's where we kind of get off track of my normal recommendations because those are full of sugar. But we're going for a treat right now. So keep in mind, this is just a every once in a while kind of thing. But you can freeze those tubes of yogurt And they're not going to stay frozen forever, but once you get out on the trail, they're still just a little bit frozen. And if you do want to be a little more healthy option out here, you can always freeze grapes. Yes, grapes. I like the red grapes, seedless, because you can't tell when they're frozen if there's a seed in there. But if you freeze grapes, they're like a little wonder nugget. I think I've made up that word before. They're so good though. So it's like having a little mini bubble popsicle. All right, how about a backcountry charcuterie? Is that even how you say it? Those things are so popular and I don't know how to pronounce them exactly, but it's what everybody's doing. So we can do it in the backcountry as well. You can pack all kinds of portable snacks, salami, jerky, olives, cheese, nuts, smoked salmon, whatever you can think of that'll stay good out on the trail. And that's just a really easy way to have a portable meal. Okay, here's one for those of you ready to embrace the snow. I know, snow. That's a real thing that's happening in part of our country. We just don't see it here yet, obviously. But if you are planning to go somewhere where it snows, snow country pickleback. I am not kidding. You can take pickle juice and make your own snow cone with pickle juice. Which, did you know that pickle juice actually is known for its ability to prevent muscle cramps and boost your electrolytes? So say you're out, what do you do in the snow? Snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, whatever. You may actually need some pickle juice that could help you out. So I just thought that was what a super cool, refreshing little slushie. Okay, do you like avocados? Well, on the road, this was such a cool idea. See, I would never think to pack an avocado because they're going to get squished and the little shell is going to come open and you're going to have avocado everywhere. But look in your junk drawer, because I guarantee there's one in there. Those plastic eggs from Easter, those little plastic eggs, you can put an avocado in there, small avocado, and it will totally protect it. So I'm just going to put that out there because that was a really clever idea. Sweet potato crackers. I'm going to let one of y'all try this and let me know how it goes, because personally, I don't think it sounds great. But if you need gluten-free grazing, you can actually slice a sweet potato uncooked really thin and use it as a cracker and like put things like avocado or sardines on that. So you try that. Let me know how that is. Homemade energy balls. Have you ever tried these? I'm actually going to put a recipe for some that are amazing on my Facebook because they're so good. And I actually forgot they existed until I was going through this list. I'm like, oh my gosh, I used to make these all the time. But they are adventure-worthy energy snacks made from rolled oats, peanut or almond butter, honey, chia, flaxseed, any kind of desired thing you want to mix in. Nuts, coconut, cinnamon. You just mix them all up. Your hands will get super sticky. So make sure that your hands are wet before you start rolling those up. But I will put the actual whole recipe on my Facebook, eatplaylive.andi. So you can check them out there, and you will want to refrigerate those overnight so that they're perfect to take out on the trail. Next up, we have apple donuts. These are not donuts. Don't get excited. They're actually just apples. But if you slice them and smear them with cream cheese and maybe put some dried cranberries on them, then I don't know, somehow that now makes it a donut. You got to cut the little center out so that it's the shape of a donut. Otherwise, you're going to know. Yeah, you're still going to know. We're trying, right? So there's lots of other portable snacks. But when you're out in nature, try to eat from nature, which all the time, try to eat from nature. Try to avoid the processed foods and enjoy what nature has provided for us to put into our bodies, because the other stuff is junk and it's bad for you. So just saying. So let's move into play. Now that we've figured out what we're going to eat while we're out and about, what does being outdoorsy look like to you? Okay, well, to me, the things that come to mind are hunting, fishing, camping, hiking, rock climbing, kayaking, snow skiing. They're kind of just really adventurous, kind of not just being outside, but kind of an adventurous thing. But what if you don't fit the stereotypical I don't know what word I'm trying to say. Mold. The stereotypical mold of an outdoorsy person. What if you don't have the gear, the knowledge, the access to all these things, right? You're just going to not do it. Well, industry and media interpretations of the outdoors can heavily influence how and whether people see themselves outside. So, you see people who look outdoorsy and you don't think you fit in with that, then you're just not going to do it. I'm sorry, no, we don't play that way. You just got to get out there and do it. But the thing is, nature is for you. You don't have to fall into one of these particular categories, right? So, says who that you can't be outdoorsy? In fact, one thing that has been kind of an upside from this whole COVID shift in our culture is people have really tried to find ways to not be inside in large groups, right? So more and more people are doing things outdoors. So what about all forms of playing outside? Team sports, basketball, football, tennis. Is tennis a team? I guess if you're playing doubles, right? Those are still outdoor things. Bicycling, rollerblading. You can still be considered outdoorsy as long as you're doing stuff outside. In fact, this year, 2021, is the first year that walking was recognized as outdoor fitness by the Outdoor Foundation. Did you know there was an outdoor foundation? There is. There's a foundation for everything. This one is dedicated to getting people outside for their health, the health of communities, and the health of the outdoor industry. So yeah, to make money. But through community investment and groundbreaking research, they work with partners across the country to address equity barriers and help make the outdoors accessible to all. I looked that up because I thought it was really interesting that we need a foundation to make the outdoors accessible to all. How is it not? Well, it's because we just have to redefine our thought process and what we're considering taking advantage of the great outdoors is. So to me, if you're taking in fresh air and sunshine and you're appreciating what Mother Nature has to offer, then you're being outdoorsy. So it doesn't have to be a sport. You know what? You could go hunt for rocks, climb a tree, bird watch. I'm telling you, break it down, make it simple. Do whatever it is you want to do that gets you outside, gets your body moving. Play outside. And when you do, you live. You live. And what does playing outside and living your life more in tune with nature do for you? Well, it does a lot of things. For one, it relieves stress. I am not kidding. Just getting outside can help you escape the stress of work or school. And as we know, stress will tear up a healthy mind and your immune system. It's associated with depression, obesity, high blood pressure. I'm telling you, stress is so bad, and there is a natural stress reliever right outside that door. So bloodstream levels of the stress hormone cortisol are lowered after time is spent outside. How about that? So here's a pro tip for you. Nature can actually help create more job satisfaction. Office workers with window views are more satisfied and less stressed at work. So if you don't have a window, you have to take it upon yourself to get outside every day. Look outside, feel the stress busting effects of the nature views. Okay? The other thing nature does is it strengthens our immunity. If we stay inside all the time, then our immune system is not getting challenged by the things that are outside in the world, right? So healthy doses of nature will help prepare your body to fight all that stuff out there. The boost in immunity from a trip into nature can help strengthen your body's germ fighting power. And none of us like getting sick, so go play outside. Yes. It also, this is kind of cool, it can help sharpen your focus. And this is for kids and adults because we know that we are all totally ADD nowadays. That is a real thing. And studies have shown that attention is almost uniformly enhanced by exposure to natural environments. Spending 20 minutes walking in a park was sufficient enough to elevate attention performance in children with ADHD. This so-called dose of nature could prove to be more of a natural solution that, how many kids are on medication? What if we just took them outside? Think about that. I'm not saying medication is a bad thing. Sometimes it's necessary, but sometimes we just need, like we talked about last week, talking about technology, sometimes we just gotta unplug and go outside and let our brain slow down, reset. It doesn't have to be in a million places at once. And I'm talking to myself too, because I'm just as guilty. So the same effects actually can be seen in adults, not just me. Views of nature from an office window and breaks from work in the outdoors have been shown to increase productivity and concentration. So next time you've just had it at work, just know you need to take a break and step outside. For a significant boost in focus and creativity, just go outside for longer and longer periods of time. Creative problem solving and cognitive function can be boosted by nearly 50% after spending several days outdoors. So you're probably going to want to get permission from your boss first, but maybe think about doing like a wilderness retreat. That could help you. If you've got like this giant assignment or personal goal you're working on and you're totally stressed and overwhelmed, step back and go outside. That's right. Spending time outside helps develop a healthier diet. How about gardening? Get your garden on, and not only have you found a way to spend time outdoors, but you're producing food from the earth that can nourish your body. So total win-win there. Spending time outside will calm the mind. Anxiety and depression can be crippling, as we know, and most physicians and therapists recommend regular exercise in addition to therapy and even medication. But getting that recommended exercise outdoors can help ease the emotional and mental pain while also improving the mood. So it's just more bang for your buck there. There are several physical responses our bodies have to being in nature. Sitting outside can reduce blood pressure, lower your heart rate, decrease cortisol levels. When we're outside, our body just slows down. It helps us feel peaceful and calm. It's a good feeling. It really is. Our minds work in a similar way. Spending time outside improves your mood, reduces feelings of anxiety. We can better focus when we're in nature, and our improved concentration can help us address feelings of stress and anxiety, and it can boost our self-esteem. So peace and mental clarity, a huge reason why being outside is important. And I don't know about you, but I'm like, can we wrap this up? Because I want to go outside now. I've been inside way too long already, just talking about playing outside. It just makes me want to get out there. So find your peace and your clarity by adding time in nature to your everyday mental health care regimen. It's good for your mind. It's good for your body. It will aid in weight management. Nature offers beautiful views, fresh air. So choose an exercise regimen that helps you get outside. And we talk about this a lot, right? I talk about the running or walking or biking outside, and just the birds and the animals and the trees and all the different colors that you see. And there's just so much to take in. And how can you not be so grateful as you're moving your body through that exquisite landscape that has been provided for us? Research at the Center for Disease Control and Prevention found that more than 1/3 of Americans are obese. Only 1/3. I'm actually surprised it's not higher than that. But exercise and proper diet are, of course, the two most effective ways to stop obesity. And you can burn 149 calories an hour just by walking in the park, 372 calories every half hour by riding your bike. Just get moving. Just get moving. It will improve your short-term memory. Right? I know. I was surprised too. But nature could be the answer to remembering names, not forgetting your keys, and taking better notes. There's evidence that both short-term and working memory can be improved by time spent outside, especially in a peaceful, natural setting. So I was a little surprised by this at first, but when you think about it, that's the thing. We're just go, go, go all the time. How can we expect to remember every little thing when our minds are just inundated with data and things are just coming at us at such a rapid rate? When you get outside, slow down, it gives your mind a chance to process all that stuff that's been coming at you. It will even improve vision. This is another one that was kind of surprising, but in children especially. So a study followed school children and linked their time spent outside with better vision. So they followed 2,000 children, and the ones who spent more time playing outside significantly reduced their risk of becoming nearsighted. Isn't that interesting? So it was not observed. This was not observed in the children that spent most of their time playing indoors. So the dim indoor lighting, it makes it difficult for young eyes to focus on an image, and that causes the eye to change shape in order to see clearly. So ample light from being outside keeps kids' eyes from working harder than they need to. Isn't that an interesting thought? So I can't help but wonder, as we're in this day and age right now where so many children are spending so much time inside in front of monitors, everything is on a monitor now, even in school. You're using a laptop or a tablet or, and then you get home and you're on your phone, and man, I wonder what we're going to see that doing to eyesight over the years. There's so many different things that we have been doing that kind of hurt our bodies. But back to nature right now. Nature will fight nature deficit disorder. What? Is that a real thing? Well, that's basically what I'm just saying. We're spending more time inside than ever before, and that is especially bad for our children. So playing outside encourages kids' creativity. It builds their attention spans. It increases their desire to explore. Recent findings show children ages 8 to 18 spend more than 6 hours a day with electronic media. 6 hours a day, more than that, and I believe it. Children who spend little time outside are at risk for developing chronic health problems, diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and depression. They are common companions of a sedentary indoor lifestyle. So we've got to help our family, our kids, our grandkids, nieces, nephews, whoever it is that you are coming in contact with. Help your family learn healthy habits and encourage playing outside. And when you play outside, you're setting an example right there. And we will all live longer from it. Yes, spending time in nature increases longevity. A 2015 study followed more than 108,000 American women to determine the relationship between nature and longevity. Women who lived near parks, sprawling lawns, even trees, forests, if they were in a natural area, they had significantly lower mortality than the women living far from nature. The results held true regardless of whether you are in an urban setting or a rural setting. So even in a rural setting, you can keep yourself indoors to the point you're not getting exposed to nature. It seems strange, but it can happen. So the longer life expectancy associated with living near vegetation could be caused by several factors. Air quality is known to increase longevity and, of course, is better in areas with more dense vegetation. Being close to parks and nature trails can encourage more frequent exercise, which helps maintain your heart health. Time spent outside increases social engagement and can improve mental health. All these things, whatever the exact cause is, getting outdoors will help you live happier and longer. And that's kind of the ultimate goal, right? Live happy, live long, live well. So get healthy, get outdoors. I would love to hear what you're doing to get outdoors and be outdoorsy. Even send me a picture of you being outdoorsy. That would be awesome. So you can put that on, you can send it to me on Facebook, eatplaylive.andi. Also on my Instagram, same name, eatplaylive.andi. I love to hear from you and what you're doing and ways that you're making little steps to change your life. One step at a time. That's how we do what we do. So until next week, I'm so glad that you joined me here. Thank you so much for being part of my tribe and listening to Eat, Play, Live. I will see you next Thursday. I won't see you. You'll see me or hear me. Until then, have a fantastic week.